Hello and welcome to the Static Traveller with me, James. Hello and welcome to the 6th episode of the Static Traveller, the podcast where I speak to travellers of the past and the present from around the globe and let them tell you in their own words about their adventure throughout this amazing world. Today's guest is Max Toscher. I think I've got that correct. I'm sure he'll correct me in a minute. Max is 21 years old and he's originally from Vienna in Austria. Max, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. Hello.
Perfect. So why don't you just introduce yourself to everyone that's listening and tell them a little bit about yourself?
Excuse me. Well, I'll introduce myself.
Yeah.
My name's Max. Well, everyone calls me Max, but my name is Maximilian Tauker, and I came from Austria, Vienna, but I grew up in England. I live in UK. So also I am deaf hearing heart implant. So also I do YouTube. I travel around the world and I do filming.
Okay. So why don't you tell everyone where they can find all your content if they want to have a look at your videos?
My content, um, my content. My channel is called Deaf Boy Abroad. So it's about I travel around the world, do entertainment, vloggings, and all the travel guide tips and that. Also, the reason why I do YouTube because I want to show the whole world that deaf people can do everything, and I want to inspire other people of what I'm doing. So it's really interesting and it's quite a genius idea I came up with.
Perfect. Yeah. So I mean, I've been me and you have been talking for on and off for a couple of weeks now to try and make this happen. This podcast. Throughout the last couple of weeks, I've been watching your videos. I was watching your most recent one there about your road trip from England to Austria.
Oh, the road trip, what, going to France and Europe?
The what? Sorry.
What the figure I made was it the coronavirus road trip from England to Austria.
Yeah, I just watched that one, the coronavirus one. Yeah.
Oh, so do you like it?
Yeah, it was brilliant. Why don't you tell everyone about that?
Yeah, it was actually. Can I just say it was actually a really crazy journey when I was in England and the, the whole world went really mad and my parents were really worried about me living in England on my own and lockdown was actually happening everywhere. So my dad drove over straight to UK to pick me up. The next day we left UK. We drove straight to Austria before the borders closing. And I literally start filming to show what's happening. I'm sleeping in the car overnight. It was actually really crazy. um,
Yeah, so you stayed overnight in Germany, wasn't it?
yeah, I slept. Yeah, Dad, now we stopped in Germany. I have no idea. It was like a middle of nowhere. We slept in the car. It was really cold. Yeah, it was probably like 1 hour from Austria borders, I think. And the total journey was about 22 hours drive.
Whoa, so it's quite a long trip then. It's I seen the traffic on the other side of the road. When you were driving to Austria, the traffic coming from Austria to Germany, the traffic was manic.
Yeah, well, actually, I know it was really crazy when here from UK to France, it was actually all normal, wasn't everyone was going to work and that all normal. But when Dad and I we arrived in France, and the motorway was quite empty, it was just lorries, there was no cars and citizens driving, all shops are closed, restaurants closed. Dad and I were so hungry, so I had to buy some food on petrol stations. It was really crazy. Then we drove through Belgium, it was all normal. But then the next, we drove through to Austria to Germany, the border was completely packed. It was a long queue. Everyone, well, the borders guard were checking really tough because they're making sure because of the virus spreading.
Yeah. So what is it like now in Austria? What's your kind of restrictions that you have in place now?
Excuse me?
the restrictions in Austria. So, what kind of restrictions do you have in place right now with the coronavirus?
What do you mean by that in Austria?
So, in the UK right now, we're only allowed out once a day for for a bit of exercise, and we're only allowed to go to the shops if it's completely necessary. So, what kind of what rules have they got in place in Austria?
What's happening in Austria? All right, what's going on in Austria, right?
I mean, with the coronavirus, sorry, what kind of rules is Austria put in place?
Well, not Austrian, please. Ac- Actually, the supermarket in Austria are becoming really strict. You have to wear a mask when you go to shopping in Austria for food supplies and that. You have to wear a mask.
Okay.
Yeah, also, when you go out for exercise and that, that's the only thing you can do. No meeting friends or meeting family outside your house. You can't do any of that because there are Austrian police around looking up, keeping an eye on you. You're following government rules because they don't want more people to get infected.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about yourself now. So why don't you tell me a little about yourself? You know where you grew up, what it was like. You know, growing up where you did. You know how you caught the travel bug.
But when I grew up,
Yeah.
how I started travelling.
Yeah.
Um, when I'm trying to remember, it was like I was really young, probably when I was born. My parents have been travelling a lot, or my family have been travelling a lot. I've been to a lot of places, so I can't remember. I got all the country list on my notes ticking off because my dream is to travel around the world. Yeah, because I can't really remember when I was young. When I went to school, when I went to study in UK in the holidays, I always leave UK, go on the holidays. I always go to Austria, Italy, places like that, hot places to go to, seaside. And YouTube, I started about 4 years ago. 'Cause before that, I did quite a lot of filming. I really love filming. Then when I started YouTube, I thought, why not I share my experience and share about my death through traveling around the world.
Yeah. I mean, you said you only started it 4 months ago.
4 years ago, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, right now I was looking at your YouTube earlier on. So I mean, you've got over 200 subscribers already. So that's a really good return on, you know, what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're showing everyone. So I mean, well done for what you're doing so far. Um, I mean, I think it's like over 225 subscribers currently for your YouTube, which is Deaf Boy Abroad.
Really,
So I mean, it's a good achievement.
yeah, it's a good job too. I'm really proud that people are liking my content, and it is hard work, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep doing it, and I want to entertain people and give them what they like to see. It is hard work, and it took me 4 years to grow. My dream is to reach 1,000 subscribers. That's my dream.
Perfect. So I've certainly helped you there by one. So anybody that's listening, if you can head over to Max's channel, it is Deaf Boy Abroad, and you can check out all his content there. And why don't you help him get to that 1,000 subscribers? Um, so when you talk about traveling as a kid, um, where was the first place that you can remember traveling to? What's your first memory of travel?
But my favourite place.
Your first memory, so the first place that you can remember traveling to.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, sorry. So the first place that you remember traveling to.
What, what I remember, the first place I travelled to.
Yeah,
Um, oh, um, I don't really, I don't really remember that when I was so young. My first place I travelled to. That, when I was born in Austria, I first travelled to UK. When I moved to UK for better education because I'm deaf, I need some more help with my here in. I can't really remember my first holiday. And then, yeah, I got too much in my head all the list of places I've been to.
So when you moved to the UK for school, did you move over yourself?
No, I moved with my family to UK.
So your full family came over with you.
My parents and my brother. But I've
And
half family in Austria and half family in UK.
all right. So what was that like? You know, moving from Austria to the UK. What was that like? You know, what?
The, the reason why I moved to UK from Austria because the school in Austria, the education in Austria is really hard for me. So my parents think it's better for me to go to UK so I get better education. That's why.
So what was that like for you?
Um, um, I, I was so young. I can't remember really well. Moving to UK from Austria wasn't much difference to me because I spoke English a lot. Austria is a German-speaking country. I was
Hmm.
more good at German. I always spoke English a lot, so I really remember really well. What was it like to move to UK? I felt normal, traveling different places.
So what age were you when you moved over here?
Sorry?
What age were you when you moved to the UK?
Probably,
Eight.
sorry?
Sorry, what age were you when you moved to the UK?
When I moved to UK with my age,
Yeah.
um, probably between, uh, probably maybe between 5 or 7, or no, actually, 4 to 6 between that, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
So when you went to school here, um, you know, what was your plans for after school? You know, were you wanting to go to college? Did you want to go to university? Did you want to pack in school altogether and do something different?
Um, when I was in school, I've been struggling for a long time because of my death. Because it's I never thought about the future. I, I did quite like cooking and studying hospitality. I did graphics. I love all creative stuff. And later on, I came up starting doing YouTube to be my hobby. I always wanted to do hobby to travel around the world to share my experience. And I never thought about college and that, and university. I never thought about it because I don't know why.
Okay. So before you started traveling and doing your YouTube channel, what did you do? Did you work prior? Did you work before you done that?
I still have a job. I still work.
So what is it you do? What is it you do?
Before YouTube.
Yeah. So what did you do for work?
I was a student before YouTube. I was a student still during and I, after that I've been working in hotels in Austria. I've been working lots of places, hospitality place, kitchen. Now that's what I've been doing all my life. And now I'm going to do something new, focus on YouTube. I'm planning to go to college in September to study media.
Okay. So this podcast will be a good bit of practice for you then.
Yeah, it is. I got lots of plans for my death board and my future plans. Got loads in my head and my ideas.
So can you tell us anything about that? What kind of plans have you got?
Sorry,
Can you tell us anything about your plans? Are you gonna can you give us a wee sneak peek?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. So can you tell us anything about your plans that you've got coming up for your Deaf Boy Abroad?
Oh, my coming up plans.
Yeah.
Um, my my plan is I want to get my Death Boy board to hit 1,000 subscribers. Obviously, I already said that.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking of I'm going to make some more videos about Vienna, the quality of life in Vienna. Just Vienna is actually the best place to live in Europe, and I'm going to make a video about it. Right. Also, I'll do some more filmings in UK, like London. Been to London. Also, there's a country I always wanted to go. Japan. It's my favourite country. I've never been there. I really want to go there and do filming there.
Okay. So why Japan? What's the draw to Japan?
Well, Japan, what Japan really inspires me of their culture, they're very welcoming, they're very respectful, and the food in Japan's amazing. Also, yeah, I'm a big fan of anime, and the scenes in Tokyo, it just looks so cool city, especially in the countryside. It's just, there's so much to see.
Okay. And so when you decided, you said you'd been working in hospitality for a while. Um, what made you then decide, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to go and travel the world? What made you decide to do that?
Actually, I still do hospitality, I'm still doing it now, so I can earn some money. And yes, I do traveling full time, but in the future, Um, when I go to college, I still do hospitality. I need to earn some pocket money. It's loads of jobs out there, hospitality. That's the reason why I just did it because I've been in lots of hotels and I'm quite good at it. And yeah, also in the future, I mean, soon I want to work for I don't know a filming company or something like that. It's my future dream. And focus on Deaf Boy Board to grow it and build my content, get more people to see it.
Okay. So when when you decided to leave home and start traveling,
Well,
when you decided to leave, to start traveling, when you decided to make that jump from traveling, or from hospitality, sorry, into traveling, did you find that hard to to start the traveling yourself? Or have you always done it with a family member, or you know?
uh, you may notice on my YouTube, my dad, mostly my dad's in my YouTube video, we always travel together. Yeah, I mean, uh, on my YouTube, my Deaf Boy was mostly my dad and I, we travel a lot together. I mean, in the future, I really like to travel with more different people, more new people I like to meet and travel together and do filming. Also, yeah, I have a lot of families in my video too. I mean, I never done solo travel before. I did the Scandinavia trip in Sweden. Then I did travel with my Swedish friend, travel together.
Mhm. So do you enjoy traveling with your family?
Yeah, I enjoy traveling with my family. Yeah, I always enjoy it. It's always good fun, you know.
So do you want to do a bit more yourself? Do you want to travel by yourself, or are you happy traveling, with your dad?
um, and the money which I'm quite happy to do with everyone. Um, my dad's most of the time with me. I mean, I'm happy to do other people. It's quite interesting, you know. I'll have more people in my content to make it more interesting, more fun, you know.
Hmm. So how do you decide how long you're going to travel for? So if you said to your dad, I want to go to this place, if you decide that you want to go to a particular place, how do you decide how long you're going to travel for?
Sorry, I didn't catch it.
No, no. So how do you decide how long you're going to travel for?
So how long to travel for, right?
Yeah, so how do you decide how long?
Well, how we plan it.
Oh, sorry. So how do you decide how long
Um,
you're going to travel for?
oh, okay. to be honest, I'm gonna keep traveling, and keep doing Death Boy Abroad till my old age. I'm never gonna stop traveling, and I'm gonna carry on Death Boy Abroad. So I never thought about 50 years time.
So you want to continue this as long as possible. What's the end game with traveling? What do you want out of traveling? You know, what's your goal? Is it to get as many subscribers? Is it to see every country? You know, what's your goal from traveling?
my goal,
Yeah.
my goal to to get the I never my goal. I never thought about that. Because at the moment I still do hobbies and filming is my passion. I mean, traveling. My goal is to reach out in the world, people to be happy and get out of the house and travel to learn more cultures, get more experience, to see more new stuff. That's my thought, and that's my idea.
And I know you spoke about earlier about how you feel, and we spoke about this before in previous weeks, is that you're very passionate about letting everybody know that you are more than capable of doing anything that anybody else can. So, what is that, a big main part of, you traveling is to prove a point? Is that what you're trying to do there? To say that, you can do anything that I can, for example, anything that anybody else can?
Um, what I'm trying to say, I'm disabled. I have the difficulties. Well, the truth is, a lot of hearing people and people that are not disabled thinks deaf people can't do anything or can't work. That's why I'm doing deaf work. That's another thing I'm doing it to show the whole world that us, we disabled, we can do everything, and I can speak well. But while I do have the difficulties and that, there are things I really struggle with, and but I always do my best.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's absolutely brilliant that you've came on this podcast with me. You've not once shied away from anything that I've asked you, or over the last couple of weeks, everything we spoke about. You've not been scared about coming on. You've not been you've never once said, I don't know if I can do that. The whole time it's been, I can't wait to get on. It's, and to be honest, it's I think it's great. You're coming on today, and you're in the YouTube channel you're doing. Um, to prove to everyone that there is no difference. That you can do everything that you want to do, regardless if you have a disability or not.
I'm really pleased to hear that. um, I mean, I'm really nervous. This is my first time to do broadcast, and I'm deaf. I am surprised I can hear you quite well. You speak quite well and slowly for me, so I'm quite happy to hear that. um, because, um, do you know you? That's nothing I can say. Do you know sign language?
Um, very very little. My little girl, she does Makaton. Um, she got taught that at nursery, and I had a friend growing up, um, that was also hearing impaired, and he would teach us little bits, but I don't know, like, I couldn't have a conversation with you in sign language.
Well, sorry, I didn't catch it.
No, that's okay. So what I was saying is, my little girl, she does Makaton.
Oh, your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter. Yeah, she does Makaton. But I also had a friend growing up, and he was hearing impaired, and he would teach us little things like toilet and things like that. Um, but I couldn't. I've not got the ability to have a conversation with you in sign language.
Oh, okay. Well, well, I'm,
Uh,
I'm just drinking my cup of water. Right then, um, that's, that's your friend sign.
yeah, so he
So, British.
so as I was saying there, yeah, my friend he taught us little bits. He taught me small things, um, like toilet. Um, that was really it. Like mum,
Ah,
dad.
funny. Right, I don't. Yeah, you know, can I just say something? There are a lot of deaf YouTubers do sign language, but
Huh?
just and what I'm saying, a lot of YouTube channels for deaf people do YouTube and they do sign language. But my channel, I don't do sign language. I only speak.
Yeah.
So that is quite rare to find deaf people like that because I have a really good voice and I don't sign because when I grew up, my family was hearing and I ended up speaking.
And are you good with sign language? Are you good at it?
No, well, I only know rude sign language.
You what?
I'm not very good at with sign language, but I know rude ones. My bad. No, when I was studying school, all my friends are silly. I learned my language is like that, just quickly.
So, how long have you been travelling on and off for now?
Sorry.
So, with travelling, how long have you been travelling for?
How mm, probably since I was born, I guess. Yeah, since I was born, I've been traveling every year. I go abroad every year, never stops.
And how do you pick a location?
Sorry.
How do you pick a location? So, how do you decide where you want to go?
Ah, okay. It's my family mostly do the planning. It's mostly my dad. He plans mostly, does it for me, and we go. That's what we do. And my mum, she does the research. You know, have you seen a figure of Sky Garden in London?
I've not seen it personally. No.
No worries. You can take a look another time. It's for example like that. My mum does researching. She look up what I should film next. So my mum told me, let's do this there. And I'm like, okay then, I'm gonna go there with my dad and we film it. that's that's what we do, you know. Um, I sometimes do quite a lot of planning, but my parents mostly do the flights and that planning where to stay and that. Not me. Yeah.
So, do you have any other passions, outside the YouTube and traveling? What else does Max like to do?
My passion that side of YouTube. Uh,
Yeah, so outside the YouTube and traveling, what do you like to do?
what I like to do, I I'm a gamer. I play quite a lot of games on PC. I do that on my free time too.
All right. What's your favorite game?
What games I play?
Yeah.
Battlefield 5. Yeah. and, uh,
Is that your favorite?
well, actually, it's my favorite game, Battlefield. Yeah, it is my favorite game. It's good fun. My parents hates me playing games, but they're more happy when I work on my YouTube doing filming because they think it's more doing work. That's why. Gaming.
So
Hmm?
have your parents have they ever tried to limit what you can do? have they ever said to you that, maybe that you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that? Have they ever tried to stop you from doing anything?
What, from filming?
Yeah.
Well, I can see what you mean by that. I, well, when I was in school, you're being told what you have to do, but when you become an adult and you left school, you can do what you want. I never thought anything about that, because now I can do what I want. I mean, just having a normal life. Not actually, my parents never did that. They they supported me to. They helped me out to grow my YouTube. They helped me out for filming. They never did that. They were happy. They were proud of me. What I'm doing. They supported me till the end. So
I think I think that's really good because a lot of parents, if you said to a lot of people, when you leave school, I want to go and start a YouTube channel. A lot of parents wouldn't be happy about that. A lot of parents would be, no, you need to go and get a job. And I think that that's credit to your mum and dad that they've supported you in what you really want to do. So you've decided you want to start a YouTube channel, and your parents are supporting you in that.
um, when I about when I started YouTube 4 years ago, when I came up to my brother and my parent, and I told them that I'm going to start a YouTube channel and what title I should come up with. you know, do you know how I got the title? It is amazing. My parents supported me, especially I got two brothers that supported me too. It's all my family supporting me from to help my channel out. It's really amazing. But I just want to say 4 years ago, I was quite surprised to hear that I wanted to do filming for YouTube, and it's quite a big thing to do, and it's during my free times a lot, editing out lots of work and planning.
So how did you get the title for YouTube?
Um, not yet. Before, when I started YouTube, when I've been travelling to travel, I never did. Oh, have you heard of An Idiot Abroad?
Yeah, Carol Pilkington.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
inspired me to do YouTube. Also, there's a British guy who lives in Japan. His channel is called Abroad in Japan. So these two creators inspired me. Of so if you can listen to that, I'm Idiot Abroad in Japan. So my brother and I came up Deaf Boy Abroad. So I am deaf, I'm a boy, male, and I was abroad. So yeah, it is quite a genius title. I know.
So when you've done quite a lot, you've done a lot of traveling. What is the most memorable moment for you when traveling? What's your most breathtaking moment when traveling?
Oh, okay. Hey, my moment. I'm trying to think really hard. Actually, Croatia. You know Croatia?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Croatia is actually the best place I've ever been to. Because I remember I did the sailing for 1 week in Croatia, but that was before I started YouTube. I spent in a boat for 1 week with my friends. We slept in the boat, cooking, we went sailing all different islands. It was an amazing experience. The sea is completely blue, you can see the bottom of the ocean, the fishes, all that. In Croatia, I to really recommend you everyone to go to that place and visit my Deaf Boy Broad channel to see all my videos about Croatia. And in the future, I need to make videos about sailing in Croatia. It's amazing experience.
So what made it so breathtaking for you? What made that your favourite place?
My brother was being in the ship on the sailing boat for 1 week in the ocean and travelling every island to see all the paradise place, the harbour, the people are amazing. We went through exploring the caves, natural, all the views, and that is I was like, mind blowing.
So going from your best moment, your most breathtaking moment, what's your scariest moment when traveling? So is there anything that's made you go,
Yeah,
why am I doing this?
my scariest moment. My scariest moment during when I did Death Boy War, it was I went on a trip to Africa, Tanzania. It was actually, well, it was actually, I did 10 days with my school trip in Africa, Tanzania to help a deaf school charity. And it's a very poor country. We went there to help the school out. And it's actually really, it is a safe country, but just need to be careful where you're going, what area you go. It was actually quite, because going to Africa for my first time, it was quite a bit scary. It was because I'd never been there. It was very different to Europe, and it's a very different culture and the way they behave, and their religions are very different to us. It's when I was in Africa, I saw someone. It's like 5 men carrying AK-47 in the street. It didn't look like a police to me. I was like, wow, that's really different to Europe.
Yeah, so they were walking about with guns.
Yeah, it's normal when you go to different countries, see people carry guns in the street. I don't know why. It's just sometimes makes you scary and shocked to see when you go to a different country. You get shocked to see, like for example, you go to China, the food market, they eat everything and you'll be shocked to see it. But that's normal for them. It's completely normal for humans to do that. Especially when you go traveling, you have to be prepared. When you go abroad, you expect to see something different and get on with it and enjoy.
Yeah. So did you hear any shooting when you were in Tanzania?
No, everyone was it was all normal and safe. Everyone was really friendly, welcoming. They all speak English. They all love football. They saying hello to me. Well, I have to be careful with my camera because valuable stuff gets stolen easily. So everyone was really fascinating meeting me and my students. And my dad did came with me to Africa, and I was with all the students in African school loving me, waving to my camera. People, it's just weird, there are good people out in the world, Just have to be careful where you go.
And who did they support in Tanzania? You said they love football. Who did they support?
What Tanzania support? Well,
Yeah, like, who did they
well,
support? What football team?
no. When I was in Tanzania with my dad and my student from school, we we were in school. But football seems to be really popular in Africa. Everyone loves football. It's a bit like Spain. Spain, they all love football. Spanish people love football. I'm not really sure what they support. But I remember, but actually, I rather liked Arsenal team. Yeah, I rather loved the English football team like Chelsea, Liverpool, because when you're in Africa, they will ask you where you're from. I'm from England. They'll get exciting.
And who's your team? Who do you support?
Who I support?
Yeah.
When I was young, I used to support England. When I got older, I used to support Austrian team in Vienna, Rapid.
Ra- Rapid Vienna. Yeah.
Football team in Vienna, Rapid. That's the name of the team.
Okay. Um. So in Africa, was it was it difficult for you to adapt to the difference between Europe and Africa?
Sorry,
Was it difficult for you to um was it difficult for you
to be in Africa.
not to be in Africa? Was it difficult for you to, or with the difference
Oh,
um, between Europe and Africa?
Vienna and Africa. The well, Tanzania in Africa it's a very dry country, and So for example, Africa is completely tri-play. It's got a safari, lots of wild animals, and it's a very poor country. What is actually a rich area and a poor area. So, for example, in Europe, everyone living together is all lovely buildings, old buildings. You don't get. I don't think you get to see that in Africa. It's completely different. It's I mean, I remember when I was in Africa, I did see quite a lot of food market in the street. It was so packed, everyone was riding the bike. The road in Africa was really dodgy. It was, it gave me a heart
And
attack. I was like, oh god, no. I wouldn't drive Europe at all. Really mad driving. In Europe, everything is normal driving.
what kind of animals did you see in Africa? What kind of animals did you see there?
What I saw, I think I saw wild lion, lions and zebras, crocodile, monkeys, giraffes. I just saw a lot of animals, and the safari was actually an amazing experience. I loved it.
And have you ever been scammed while travelling, or have you seen anybody being scammed, or seen any scams taking place? You know,
It actually happened to me once in Italy. I got money stolen, 180 euros, something like that, in Sicily. I was so upset.
and what happened? So what happened there?
It, wa- it was in Sicily, it's a popular tourism area. It's really common in Europe. Get pickpocket money. I think that's what you. Is that how you say it? Pocket picked money or something? You know, people come behind you, like take your wallet out
Yeah,
behind you
pickpocket.
and open it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how it happened to me. I didn't know I was walking through, looking around, and someone behind me stole all my money. It's very annoying.
So do you since that happened? Um, do you still carry cash, or do you use your card now? Or
Sorry.
since that happened, do you still carry cash, or do you use cards now? Or
I don't carry cash anymore. I use Apple Pay, and I got Austrian card banking, so I don't really use cash because in the future everyone's using contactless and card. Cash is getting a bit pointless now. It's actually a lot safer using card and having cash in your pocket gets stolen easily.
and how many countries have you travelled to?
How many countries I travelled to? Let me check on my note list. Because what company? Well, how many
Con,
countries?
con, countries, sorry.
Alright, okay. I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 in total.
So can you tell us where they are? What countries?
Alright, some are really hard to say out. Italy, Malta, France, Tanzania, Mauritius, South Cyprus, North Cyprus, Croatia, Austria, England, Wales, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, Greece, Turkey, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Hungary. Monaco is a small, rich country in South France.
Yeah.
Samir, another small, tiny country in Italy, about 1 hour from Germany and Spain.
And you've never been to Scotland?
No, I've never been to Scotland. Apparently it's beautiful. I guess you have to invite me. I'll come over to Scotland and film it and look around.
If you come to Scotland,
Yeah.
um, you need to do the North Coast 500,
Sorry.
and you need to film it.
Uh,
It's amazing.
oh, what?
Uh,
That's
it'll
that's that's a nice recommend from you. Thanks. I'll Google it and have a look.
Yeah, definitely. It takes about, if you do it right, it takes about 3 days, maybe 4, if you want to do it right and see everything. But it's amazing.
Is Scotland. But wait, do you speak Scottish?
Scotland, we just speak English, so
I'm,
with a twang.
I'm supposed to hear that. Because in Wales everyone speaks Welsh, but English, because in Ireland everyone speaks English. Popular language.
So we speak it English with a twang.
Sorry?
English with a twang.
Hmm?
We speak a variant of English.
Oh, English would talk. Oh, okay. Being devastated. Okay. Um, after planning a trip for Scotland one day, I don't know what.
Absolutely.
I got so much planned to go, but at the moment I'm still stuck in Austria. Lockdown is getting annoying. I know.
You need to get your dad told to get to Scotland.
I'll speak with my dad about it. My dad will go to Scotland. I will speak with them. I will do that.
So where is next for you? Where's your next or not holiday? Where's your next trip?
My next trip. I'm not really sure because everything's been cancelling with the coronavirus, so we don't really know. I don't really know what's going to happen next. I just have to wait and see once everything's back to normal, then see what's next trip to go.
I know I was supposed to be going to Spain today, but that was cancelled
Really?
due to the coronavirus.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's a shame. I'm quite disappointed to hear that. You would. Why is that your first time going to Spain?
No, been there about. Oh,
Oh, okay.
uh, must be close to 10 plus times. It's a popular place for us here.
Okay. It's no, Italy probably more than 20 times. I've, I've been to Italy like more than 20 times. I was like, I'm going better, but I want to go somewhere new places.
Wow, I've never been to Italy.
No, you've never been to Italy.
No.
Well, you actually you need to visit Italy. It's lovely food there. It's actually really good. So,
And
no, just check out.
what is there to do there?
No?
What is there to do in Italy?
Have you seen my videos about Italy and Death Boy Abroad?
I haven't yet, but I'll watch it tonight.
And one of the 50 I can tell you, but I forgot this. It's a city up north Italy. Um, it's a famous place for Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. There's that statue on. It's a chosen area where children used to live as a bounty. Apparently, you go there, apparently, you touch a statue boobs, apparently gives you good luck. I can't believe it's actually quite clever what the Italians doing. Get more people to go there, more tourism to make money. It's actually quite clever. Well, yeah, I went there, did a film, and it's actually amazing. And it's famous for people to write letters and couples. They put it on the wall. I like, that's swear to get together forever. Check this video out on my channel. But it's hard to explain. You need to watch it when you understand it.
Absolutely. And do you think you'll ever stop traveling?
Um, Now I'm just gonna carry on. Right. I like travelling. You know, don't want to be stuck at home all day long. Be boring. I don't want to be stuck in England in the horrible weather. You know what I mean? I want to get out. Only- The only thing I'm in England is just to work. That's it.
And do you plan to visit every country?
Yes, my goal is to visit every country. Yeah, every country to film with Deaf Boy Abroad. Yeah, that's my dream.
And do you travel? Or sorry, do you want to travel and do Deaf Boy Abroad um, as a full time job?
Sorry.
Do you want to travel and do Deaf Boy Abroad as a full time job eventually?
Um, I always thought about that. That'd be really good. I would do it in the future to do full time Deaf Boy Abroad. Yeah, I would do it totally. I'm so thirsty. My platinum. I've been filming today. I've been editing today. My head is going like crazy every day because of a lockdown.
You've been editing today.
Sorry.
Been editing today.
Yeah, I've been editing today. New video coming up probably next week.
So the next part is where we'd have a question from my daughter.
Yeah.
She wants to know, have you ever had any challenges going from country to country?
Challenges.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite a good question. I never thought about challenges for my video. I can do that in the future, but I don't know what kind of challenges. Like, riding the bike to country next to the country on a bike. I mean, that's like a crazy idea to do it. I wouldn't do that, you know.
You should do challenges
What challenges?
with your dad.
My dad, he will
Yeah.
for if he hears these small challenges, more definitely, then yes, he'll be so happy to do it. Yeah, I speak for my dad. Maybe in the future I do challenges, countries to country on the bike. That'd be a good idea.
So you'll need to give us a shout out when you do it.
Of course, I promise. Of course, I will do that. I'll go downtown. Of course,
So next up is story time. So this is where I give you the chance to, you know, go on and tell us about, you know, your adventure, one place that you want to share with all of us from start to finish. You know, tell us about your adventure, um,
um,
and why you know why you want to share this moment with us.
the, the reason why I want to share this and my stories is to reach out to more people and you, of course, Joan, and because it's really interesting to hear and it's fascinating. That's quite a good word, by the way. I'm too nervous because I can't think what I'm going to say next. Um, I'm really totally recommend you all guys to visit Death Boy Ball channel to check out more videos and in the future as well. And definitely remember to subscribe my channel to see more new videos. Um, I'm trying to think what else to say. I'm eating my popcorn. I'm eating my popcorn and a cup of water. One
So
trip.
tell us about one trip, start to finish. You know, but the best trip that you've had.
I'm trying to remember the best trip I ever done. And I'm still eating my popcorn. I'm trying to think of my best trip. Actually, I got one. I've been in Morocco. I've been doing a lot of road trip with my dad. I remember I did the trip from England all the way to Malta.
Okay, so tell me about that.
So it was my dad's business trip. So Dad and I went on the trip started from England. We drove all across Europe to I think France, probably to Switzerland borders. We drove through Switzerland, then Italy. I can't remember, it was a really long time ago. Then in Italy, we flew to Sicily to look around everything that, and then we flew to Malta, and we flew back to Malta. You know, Malta is an island in Mediterranean below Sicily. And then, after when we flew back to Italy, then we drove back to Austria. That was the longest trip I ever did with my dad in the car and the plane. And Switzerland was the best part I ever seen. Of driving through the mountain. Switzerland is completely mountains, nothing flat, beautiful lakes, and that is just. And they speak three languages: French, Italian, and German in one small country. It's amazing.
And what did you do in Switzerland?
Quite funny. We just drove through. That's it. Yeah, drove through. That's it. Actually, we didn't stay a night with my dad's friend. Just one night in Switzerland. Not very much.
And what about in Malta? What did you do in Malta?
Malta, I can remember I've been to Malta like more than 10 times. You know, Malta is a small rocky island and it needs to be part of the UK, and it's an English speaking island, and it's an amazing island. The Maltese are very welcoming, they all speak English. Malta, I don't know how to describe. I've been to Malta for a long time. It's very, I don't know, it's very lots of seafood. They got the town are really quiet and peaceful, and it's so weird experience. Loads of caves, big cliffs. There's not many beaches there, you know. And I, I can't. I've been to Malta more than 10 times. It's so much in Malta.
So do you think you'll go back and do? Have you done any videos there?
What filming in Malta?
Yeah.
Well, you know what annoys me? I went to Malta. I've been to Malta those times before I started YouTube. Yeah, I know it is annoying. I wish I started YouTube when I was like 6 or something, so I would be film everything. But oh well, I'll just go back there again. I know.
And when you're traveling,
When I'm traveling,
do you fly?
right?
Yeah. So when you're traveling, do you fly or do you?
I fly loads of time. Yeah. I always fly every time, all the time, and go in the car all the time. Yeah, yeah, I do. I get annoyed with that. But to be honest, the best thing about being in the plane, I watch Netflix on my iPad.
And what do you like better? Do you like flying or driving better?
Well, I like better. To be honest, go in a car, but it's a longer journey. But you get to see everything out through the window, out of the car, so you can see all places you've been driving through, past by. If you're on a plane, you just see the sky above the cloud. But I mean, when it's clear, you get to see when you fly in the sky, you get to see all the bottom, and it's faster to travel. I don't know which is better. Well, good things on both sides. Yeah.
So what we're going to do now, all right, is we're going to go through some quick fire questions.
Okay. Yeah. Do some food.
All right.
Quick
So right. So I'll ask you the question, and you tell me the first thing that comes to your head. Okay.
Okay.
So your hometown.
hometown. My hometown is actually Vienna. That's where I was born. But UK and Austria are both hometown to me.
Okay. When you're traveling, what's your travel essentials?
Insurance, and what's that mean?
What can't you travel without?
With who?
Without. What can't you travel without?
What gone? I can't travel with my camera without it. I need to bring my camera with me all the time.
Okay. So, what is your favourite food?
My favourite food. My favourite food is sushi, Japanese food.
Okay. What's your favourite country that you have visited?
Japan would be my favourite, but I haven't been there yet. So the places I've been to, my favourite would be probably. I never thought about which one's my favourite because I've been everywhere, literally everywhere. So maybe I say Mauritius.
Okay. So, for you, what's the best way to relax when you're travelling?
Best way to relax when you're travelling. I'm not really sure. The best one, actually, is just to enjoy looking around. I always film, I always look around having fun and taking it easy, have fun, get more experience to it, learn about the culture, get on with it. That's how I would.
Okay. So, what's your favourite song?
My favourite song. Um, I have no idea which one's my favourite song because I listen to a lot of weird songs, to be honest. I do listen to Americans and the British song, yeah, I do. I don't know, like, I can't think of any songs I know. Probably like,
Pick one.
the song I like, PSY, Gangnam Style.
Who?
Gangnam Style, it's a pop music from South Korean.
Okay.
Have you not heard of that song?
Nope. But you can send me it over and I'll have a listen.
I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your favourite artist?
My favourite? No, another photo. No, another favourite artist, no.
Or a band? Favourite artist or band? No?
Um,
Anything?
my favourite band would be PSY.
Is it Psy that sings Gangnam Style?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah, that's it, yeah.
So, what's your favourite drink?
My favourite drink, probably pepper sea cherry.
Okay. And your favourite movie?
My favourite movie, I don't know. What's my favourite movie? Good Day. I mean, I like anime, but I do watch a lot of American films, so my favourite movie, Good Day. I don't know. I was, I'm trying to think of a movie. I quite like Marvel and some action and that, but actually, Indiana Jones.
Okay. Your favourite TV show or season?
My favourite TV show is Idiot Abroad. Idiot Abroad.
It's a classic. And can you speak any other languages?
I can speak a bit of German and English and a bit of French.
Okay. Do you want to learn any more?
Sorry?
Do you want to learn more languages?
No, I mean, I don't know. It's pointless because everyone speaks English. I don't know. Maybe quite interesting, but everyone speaks English.
Okay. So what I'll do now is I have got a couple of questions from people on Instagram.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do is I'll tell you who it's from, and then what I'll do is I'll tell you what the question is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So the first one is from Angel like a Buke M.
Okay.
Apologies if I've not got that right.
Well,
um, so this one is describe yourself using one word.
I didn't catch that. It'd be
uh, so describe yourself in one word.
describe yourself in one word. I mean, come on, my English is terrible. I can't think of one word to describe myself. Let me think of something. One word to describe myself. Study, YouTube, filming, traveling, I'm deaf. Maybe I'll say funny guy. No, I'm not funny. Nah, I'm terrible
It's
at.
two.
I can't think of one word I can describe. My English is hard.
Okay. Um, so I've got another one here
Yeah.
from Travel Bloomers, who's a regular listener to the show. Okay. Um, so what's the longest that you have went without sleep, and why?
For longest sleep.
Longest without sleep.
Um. Well, when I went traveling, no sleep. Um.
Yes, the longest with no sleep, and why?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to remember. I don't. It. I can't. It did happen to me once when I was traveling with my dad. I think, but um, I didn't. I had to sleep just for 4 hours. I can't really remember. It was quite a long time ago. I have to ask my dad all that now to find out. I mean, I can't remember how long I've been didn't sleep without. Sorry, my bad. I'm a little bit muddled up now. No,
It's okay. That's okay. We've got another question from AcuVet India. Okay, and it's the best country to hang out in. What's the best country to hang out in?
the best country to hang out in, I would really recommend is Croatia. Also,
Okay,
also Vienna too, where I'm from. That'd be the best place to hang out in too.
where?
The best country to hang out is I would recommend would be Croatia and Vienna in Austria. That two countries I would pick.
Vienna. Okay, so that's everything that I have to go through with you. Okay, um, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
Yeah, so why don't you tell everyone where they can um, see your content?
Um, I'll tell you why you all guys should visit my content because I always make short videos. I make it in really interesting and I always give out a good travel guide. And I'm deaf, so it's really interesting to see. But I actually can't hear anything if I take my hearing implants off. And I do incredible filming of the places around the world. And my contents, trust me, visit my channel. You will love it. Absolutely.
So I can vouch for Max there. I've looked at a lot of his content, and you know it is really interesting to see how he goes about traveling. Um, so Max, again, I want to thank you for coming on the Static Traveller podcast today. All right. Um, if you want to see any of Max's videos, you can check him out on YouTube. You can check him out on Instagram and Facebook as well. He's got pages on or content on all three there. You can find him under Deaf Boy Abroad. I would really recommend going checking out some of his videos. It is really some good content. Also, if you or when you're listening to us here at Static, or me here at Static Traveller, remember to listen to any upcoming episodes. If you've not heard any of the ones in the past, we're on episode number 6, so go back, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 there available as well. Remember and subscribe to the podcast. Head over to our Facebook page, hit us a little like, and follow us on Instagram. We are just about at 1,000 followers, so the quicker we get there, the quicker we can do a giveaway. We've got a big giveaway planned for 1,000 followers, which will be absolutely amazing. But listen, Max, thank you very much for joining me again today. And until the next time, you keep travelling, and I'll stay static.